welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is Nedbank Business Watch. We get into an interesting segment. We want to speak to the financial solution that is designed to empower communities as well as drive collective prosperity. Now, imagine a savings platform that doesn't just safeguard your money, but actively works to build financial resilience for you and your group. That is very important. And I can sort of assume that we all need that. The Nedbank Club Savings Account is more than just a savings tool. It is here. It is a gateway to structured financial growth, tailored for groups and shared financial goals. Now, with no maintenance or service fees, competitive interest rates, and access to personal loans, it is an offering that is a game changer for savings clubs and community groups that are looking to secure their financial future. And I believe that is all of us. Now, to unpack the details, as well as to explore how this initiative aligns with broader financial inclusion goals, Kosi Ngwenya joins me now. She's the SME consultant from Nedbank. Kosi, welcome to the show. A very good afternoon to you. You know, I'm just thinking about myself and my friends as I speak about this important offering. But maybe before we get there, I'm getting too excited. Let's start with the basics. What inspired Nedbank to introduce the club savings account, and what gap does it fill in the market?
Thank you, Sifiso, for the warm welcome. It's always a pleasure. What inspired Nedbank to talk about the club savings account?
Right.
We want to promote the financial inclusion in line with our government strategies. That is one. And also, we would like to grow our primary bank clients, those that get salaries through Nedbank Eswatini. And also we would like to grow our liabilities as the bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's quite interesting because when you speak about club savings account, there's sort of this, it's not even just perceived, it's a reality on the ground, the struggles of security and just the struggles that are just there in terms of the interpersonal relationships that are there. But how does this account from Nedbank ensure both financial safety and flexibility for its members?
Thank you, Sfiso. Flexibility, it is quite a flexible account. You would remember it is free from service charges. It is basically a free account, and the cash deposits, they're also just free, and clients are able to withdraw their money.
Yeah, but I also just want us to speak on the security aspect of it all, because, I mean, me and you saw the headlines in December, quite a lot of them, even prior to December, November, because I assume people start saving when the year starts.
When the year starts,
as groups. So towards November, that December bug and excitement is around, you know, the atmosphere. And there are people that run away with money in terms of management of the money. There isn't that much security and surety around that. What sells me to go to Nedbank now to say, at least I know that I'm guaranteed some security?
Okay, thank you, Sifiso. The club savings account, as you'll remember, the requirements, going back to the requirements, it has the constitution, it has members that are signing for that account. So it does have the element of encouraging accountability. So everyone is accountable for what's happening to the money to ensure security, and the members, some they even use our internet banking platforms where everyone has access to see what is going on in their accounts. It's not just on one person to say Sifiso is looking into our accounts, some of those accounts that we have seen, and people running away with people's funds. But this one, everyone is able to see what is happening, what has come in, what has been withdrawn.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's the security feature that is there.
Yeah, incredible, because oftentimes that is, you know, almost always the biggest concern, that one person can monitor the money or see what is really happening with the money. But I also like, you know, the idea around the constitution and, you know, all the fine print therein, because me and you and some of our friends can just agree, let's save money, it's going to stay with Kosi, and that is just a verbal agreement, and there's some really, really, you know, dangers there, because even if we try to arrest you, it's just your word against ours, and that may not prevail in the court of law.
To add on to that, Sifiso, remember, if we do have signatories on that constitution, we get the mandate, the signing mandate is a 2 per given time. So the member just can't come in the bank willy-nilly to say, I need this, without the other signatories. So that on its own, it ensures the safety of the client's
great
money.
security feature
It
indeed.
is. It is.
Let's talk about the standout features that I see here when I read about it. You know, this account being zero maintenance and zero service fee structure, how that compares to other savings options in the market, and why that is so important for me as a client.
Remember, Sifiso, the whole basis of having a savings account is for people, they just want to save. We just want to keep our money safe without having to be, if we do a deposit, we are supposed to pay for it. But in this one, whether you deposit, it is free. Whether you do withdrawal, it is free. The service, there's just zero service. That's what sets us apart from our counterparts.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do want us to speak on, you know, the other parts of accessibility. I mean, you've already spoken to the idea around tracking the savings, that, you know, everyone's allowed to do that. But there's also the element of withdrawing. There's the element of depositing, which is also important. How easy is it for members to be able to do that?
To withdraw.
To withdraw, track, as well as deposit into the
For withdrawals fee, so it's easy as over-the-counter withdrawal. Remember, it's free. It's free for the first 2 transactions in a month, in a given month, and then the other 3 and subsequent withdrawals, then it's 30 rands per transaction.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's as easy as that. You can get the money anytime, as long as the signing mandate is in order. You get the money over the counter.
Let's speak about financial inclusion and growth. You did mention in your first, you know, answer that the most important pillar around this is just, you know, the government mandated financial inclusion that you guys are adhering to rigorously, as you are. But, you know, given that each member of the club can apply for a loan twice the value of their savings, I think that is very critical. How does Nedbank ensure responsible lending there while promoting financial growth? Maybe you could just break down what that really means, because sometimes this financial jargon for a layman can be eluding.
Okay, what this means, Sifiso, is, let's just say at the end of the year, you are eligible to maybe 50,000 of your savings. So what Nedbank is dangling is you can have double that as a loan that we can give you. But the catch is the 50,000 that you were eligible for, or it's then placed in a fixed deposit. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are allowed a 48 months repayment period. That is when after that you can access the 48 months.
48 months,
yes. 48 months of repaying, and then you can have access to your 50,000. So it does look attractive, because you can have your 50 and save your 50.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
And I see how that is attractive for both the individual, which is the client, as well as the bank. You know, the bank looks very attractive with this offering there. Perhaps let's look at the campaign and future outlook of this offering, how the market has responded so far for this product, and some of the success stories that you may want to share here.
Thank you, Sifiso. I am actually excited when you asked me about success stories.
Right.
We have women down south, the women that involved in the sugarcane industries now. They started these things, the businesses. They started by just saving, the club savings account.
Yeah.
And as they grow, and everyone was being included down the Makaya, and
that is inclusion to me.
That is inclusion.
But also empowerment.
Empowerment. Most especially women empowerment. Imagine a woman being a sugarcane farmer. So those are one of the success stories that we have. And we have communities. Communities now, they have savings where they do water schemes, they build holes, the holes that they use then for the community events, they rent them out, and they get money in that way. So they start this as just club savings account to say, we need to save, we need to build a hole, or we need to do a water scheme. And you find that the community is benefiting in that way.
What a charming offering. You know, perhaps even bringing it more intimate or immediate level outside of just that broader advantage that we see in terms of social benefits with businesses and everything in a very micro level. I think you were sharing a story before we got on air that you do have, someone that's very close to you who was able to pay for their school fees, their kids' school fees. As well.
Yeah. So because Sifiso, you will imagine the hype that goes into November, December,
Right.
and everyone just wants to spend during the festive season, and then
Absolutely.
January come, and we are all stuck. But what we've seen with the savings account is the club members, they are using these funds to just pay the school fees before the whole January fever that we have. So it is really working, and I would really employ Maswati to look into the club savings account.
Yeah, I love it. Look, I really love it because it speaks to prudence. When we speak about financial prudence, that is one of the most overlooked things around, finances. Just need to make that wise decision because these sort of things can catch up with you. But, as we were speaking about accessibility and how, members are allowed to easily track, withdraw, as well as deposit their funds into this club savings account, I wonder, is that also integrated digitally?
You remember, Sifiso, I did say that some of the club accounts, they do have the internet banking facility, which is also free. So, so we are also, as a bank, we are going in line with the technological advances that are coming, and we just want to go hand in hand with those to include the clubs there, so we are not left far off behind.
And you can always be able to track these products online, and that speaks to Nedbank moving or being at par with other developed nations, just making sure that we don't lag behind. And I'm sure that your tech team will be on the lookout for any emerging technologies, and they will integrate as they should as they emerge. That was Kosi Ngwenya, the SME consultant from Nedbank, giving us the club savings account benefits that you want to make sure that you get online right now. You get in touch with Nedbank. They are available on social media at X, on X, former Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. They have Facebook, and they are on LinkedIn as Nedbank Eswatini. Thank you for staying with us. Let's go for that break. We'll be back shortly.